Today, we call it snail mail. Years ago, it was a miracle. Regular mail brought to you by the postman was truly wondrous. You actually used paper and ink and wrote by hand. From the stamp to the envelope, the texture of the paper, the flow of the handwriting, there was a romance and a value to it. It just took days and sometimes months to get to you. Today, it takes less than a second, all thanks to email, SMS, IM and BBM. More than 1 billion people use it. It's instantaneous, it's like magic, and you can reach out to anyone, anywhere in the world. Yet, new terms like 10,000 unread emails, virus and security, spam and phishing, intrusive IM, people messaging in the middle of dinner, people complaining about never being able to shut off, the compulsion of replying instantly to instant messages. Did we really move forward or go 10 giant steps backwards? A huge, heavy, clunky black phone instrument that looked more like a weapon. The entry of this instrument into your house was greeted with a puja ceremony and a horde of envious neighbors. It had a rotary dial that took most of the muscles in your arm to dial out and gave birth to the legend, sorry, wrong number.
An amazing star cast. If this was the next blockbuster multi-starrer, then there wouldn't be any other movie that can really come up. Let's start from that side. So Siddharth Basu, Chairman and MD, Big Synergy, a person who wears his heart on his sleeve. Right next to him, of course, with us is Mr. Anupam Vasudev, CMO, Aircell. So do you believe sometimes when you're at a party or somewhere else, you get this little thing where people come up and say, you know, this is really ruining my life, I'm addicted to it, or my wife is, or my son is. Do you get that often?
People tend to believe that they are now connected all the time, and it works for them in that sense. Now, some people, of course, will believe that my life is intruded upon all the time, but it's a question of how you use it.
Right next to us, of course, is Mr. Kunal Bajaj, Director for Analysis Mason. And once again, on the fence, technology overriding every part. Forget the career and the big bucks that you're paid for the consultancy. Tell us the truth.
You've got to learn how to control it, how to interact with it. You know, obviously we'll talk a lot more about it, but certainly not on the fence, clearly in favor of technology progression.
Okay, fantastic. Right next to him, Mr. Luke Kenny, actor, musician, TV and theatre personality. No guitar?
Well, I'm waiting for the app.
Okay, there is an app for that, that's what you're saying? Okay.
There is.
Again, going to the world of music, at one time we all were in that situation where music was a shared experience. We'd have 5 friends over, a dedicated audio listening room, and we'd all sit and enjoy it. Today it's all, you know, which is the best headphone that can separate me from the rest of the world. I need to be on my own. Which camp do you think is moving faster?
I think it's about capturing technology to share that fundamental human emotional need. At Meridian, we're focused very much on making you closer to that emotion. We could all sing before we could talk, and I think technology is helping that, and we're trying to harness it to make it even more enjoyable.
Next is Mr. Viral Oza, Director Marketing, Nokia India. Nokia forging this new path ahead all over again. Are you now in a happy place, emotionally?
Emotionally, I was always in a happy place.
Okay.
But I think it just extends what Nokia has always believed. You know, there is no substitute to face-to-face interaction and live experiences.
Okay.
But if there's going to be a substitute, then we should provide one.
Siddharth, we'll start with you. Is technology taking us forward, or are we getting completely killed? The emotional factor is dying, but we're all saying, never mind, my life is a little better.
How is this affecting us? For us, I think for the human animal, in every situation, they need to evolve emotionally, morally, in every sense to be able to keep abreast with this rapid rate of change, which is faster than anything we've ever seen so far.
Absolutely. So Luke, you do this again, this is something in your profession itself, but have you ever gone through this experience where when you reach somebody's house, rather than call them and say, I'm here, or go up to their door and meet everybody in the family, just send an SMS, I'm here, come out? Isn't this taking you away from maybe meeting up with hundreds of people that you may have in the last 1 or 2 years? And we'll never really know, because human attachment is a biological need, and they say without that we will all die. Are we on our way to die?
Technology always is there to make things convenient. And the more convenient it gets, the more mass it gets, and the more interaction it generates. But it generates that interaction from the comfort of your own space. So you don't really have to come out of your comfort zone to be able to interact with 5 million people throughout the world.
So personally speaking, now this has nothing to do with where you are, your organization, just you personally. The move of technology, which is really surging ahead, and some part of the emotion that may be going down a little. Personally, where's your balance towards technology or emotion?
I would always favor emotion and morality.
All right, what about you?
I think technology clearly, I see no difference. So really, it's really powering the way you go ahead.
Okay, all right.
Technology as a platform for improvement.
Okay.
I think technology through emotional connect and emotions through technology.
You started by sitting on the fence, you're ending by sitting on the fence. That was well done. Technology by emotional connect. What about you?
I think technology enhancing that emotional value.
Okay, second one on the fence, all right. What about you?
I think clearly technology. It does enhance emotions also.
Okay. All right. So I think what we really learned today, and this is an important lesson, because when I started, I said this is going to be a debate, as you saw. It kind of veered off, and only one thing that has come out is that technology really is no hindrance to your emotional connect. It's really your own responsibility where you go. And if you really are mature about it, maybe this may be the greatest tool and weapon to make the best emotional connect of all times. Our emotional life is completely and totally finished, but we'll find out. Thank you very much. Thank you so much. Thanks a lot. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you. Thanks. Thank you very much.
Even as the brainstorming sessions and masterclasses were on, action was picking up at the GadgetGuru Experience Zone. The JBL Zone had wide range of products from the JBL Tempo On-Ear, the Super Headphones, to JBL On Tour, which helps you share music seamlessly between devices. What caught everyone's attention was the JBL On-Beat Extreme, a nominee in the Best Eye Candy category for this year's award. But more than the design, this JBL offering is a powerful loudspeaker that docks most Apple devices. Also, something that got a lot of attention was this entry-level infotainment platform, especially for two-wheelers. And from ears to some treat for the eyes, where Qualcomm stalled showcase smartphones powered by Snapdragon that can enable your phone to take amazing panorama and high dynamic range images. The phone automatically takes multiple photos at various exposure settings and then merges them into a single photo. You can also record and play HD content. It also lets you play stunning console quality games and gives you high fidelity surround sound experience. When you launch the augmented reality app, the camera recognizes the object it is being pointed at and then augment what it sees with information and content that will be useful for the user. This content could be for videos and images that are rendered in real time. The Snapdragon processor can also take 2D videos and convert them to 3D that can be played back on a 3D TV. And amidst all the technology, there was a kiosk that took care of more than just the tech needs. Chroma showcased just about everything for the home available under this private label. From air conditioner, 5 and 3 split, refrigerators, multi-chargers, rotatory pressure massager, car coolers that can both cool and warm the car, and television with high definition. And Aircel did manage to unite many for a common cause. People from different walks of life came together to pledge for the Save Our Tigers campaign.
You know, all animals are part of the family. And who is the king of all animals? The tiger. Save the tiger. The tigers need our attention today. Let's do our bit to save our national animal.
So from a mission, we take a look at some serious challenges. Now I'm standing in a stall of a phone that completely bowled me over, and now it's in the experience zone posing a challenge to the other smartphones. What is it? See for yourself. Blown away by Nokia Challenge was one of its kind, where celebrity bloggers challenged people to come up to their stall and beat the speed of their Nokia Lumia 800.
And I'm done.
And where Nokia Lumia displayed its speed, Samsung Galaxy Note wasn't far behind to reveal its creativity.
I started by asking him a question: can you make a good-looking man look even better? He said yes. Now for the results, we'll have to wait.
Quick Heal Technologies used the Experience Zone to launch their mobile security services for BlackBerry. The service protects the BlackBerry users against threats, anti-theft, and has call and SMSs blocking features.
Everybody are making sure that they are having antivirus on PCs, but nobody is paying attention towards smartphones, and that is where the cyber criminals are taking advantage of. Like in last few years, we had seen a lot of new malwares being targeting smartphones especially. And in fact, last year we launched a Quick Heal mobile security for Android, and we put it on Android market. And we received a tremendous response. Like we saw almost 5 lakh downloads in just 5 months flat. And I'm sure it will go to 1 million downloads in just a couple of months' time.
Hello everybody, and welcome to the closing session of the conclave, and we're going to be taking a look at the future of technology. So let me just start off by welcoming the first round of panelists that we have, and I'm going to call my panel up in 2 different batches. Let me start by calling Mahesh Sundaram, Vice President Asia Pacific for Dolby Labs. Great to have you with us. Mr. Anand Ramamurthy, Vice President India Operations, Harman International. And Mr. Khwaja Saifuddin, Sales Director for Middle East, Africa and South Asia for Western Digital. So as I said, let's begin with home entertainment and audio.
There used to be a time when cinema halls were the only place where you saw the best possible picture clarity and a tight audio sound system. Those explosions had the brutal edge they needed. But now, you can enjoy this from the comfort of your own home. Televisions are not only becoming larger, but also thinner. With picture technologies like OLED that give you crystal clear colors, they easily rival and maybe even surpass the picture offered in a cinema hall. Ditto with sound.
I guess I would start by saying that sound and high quality sound really makes the experience very engaging, enthralling and very immersive.
Thankfully in India we are seeing a lot of entry-level home theater products coming in, but for purists like Harman, the quality of audio is very worrisome.
No, I think so the quality is going up. It just depends that how and on what are you experiencing that quality.
Let's just take a look at streaming and how we think this is going to continue to be one of the biggest trends going forward.
The optical disc has ruled the centerpiece of your home theater for a long time now. Films, music, everything you need was neatly stacked in the discs. With time, your media grew and the space became less. Enter media streamers, and with it, a whole world, once relegated to the internet, is now on your TV screens. YouTube, Netflix, Hulu, and capacity are no longer an issue. Along with built-in hard drives, there is support for external hard drives too, via USB. So you're easily looking at least 1 terabyte of storage on these. Play, record, pause your favorite shows, download films, update your Facebook status, all from the comfort of your living room. These media streamers are our future and our one-stop solution to all storage and streaming demands.
Is that the way you think music is going to be consumed increasingly going forward? It's all going to be on some little server streaming to various rooms.
Absolutely. I think when we design our next generation AV receivers or home theater systems, we factor for the fact that the streaming of media could come from a PC, it could come from a television, it could come from a smartphone, it could come from a tablet.
So it's important to recognize though that what is the competitive environment that a streaming service is actually facing. What the streaming service has to do is to compete with the Blu-ray experience. That's what they're competing against. So we're really not disagreeing with each other in terms of the future. The future is definitely going to be online and mobile channels of distribution. The issue is how do you maintain that quality as the channel of distribution changes. I think the revolution has already begun with DTH, and that's reality today. A bouquet of HD channels are on offer today, and with digitization of cable, the next revolution is just about to kick in.
Okay. in that case, I will thank you all so much for having joined us. Thank you so much. And before I call thank you so much. Before I call my next panel up, I'm just going to quickly take a look at some of our predictions for the world of computing. What do we think is going to happen in the next couple of years?
2, 4, 8, now even 12. This is a core war, and it's getting even bigger. In a few years, everyday users will have access to 32-core CPUs on their personal computer.
Is that what the future is? If not, what do you think the future is?
Definitely, we're seeing social networking come in on a big way as compared to what we had last year. But then we're also seeing new user interfaces in 3D a lot more with gestures. We're also seeing, new developments with regard to, completely new experiences like augmented reality. So I think we're going to see a lot more. We're going to see technology really get under our skins and become part and parcel of us.
Any other predictions from you?
Whatever we have seen just now on the screen, so what we had seen, I think it's already begun.
Well, I think most of it has been said. So it's going to be faster, lighter, more in the cloud, and a lot more of consumption coming in rather than creation. While there is creation, the consumption patterns will change dramatically.
All right. Anything else that you would like to predict?
Well, I think if you look at specifically what drives the evolution, right, I think there's a couple of very interesting factors over there. One is just how we humans are built. So a lot of technology allows you to make keyboards that are really small, but there's a physical limit to how small you can make keyboards. Similarly, your screens, they could be very high res, but they're really small, then you don't get the whole experience on them. Second, cloud, as you said, has become very, very important. Connectivity, the need for having the device an always-on experience. So I think these are some of the things that are going to drive how these things shape up in the future.
I'd like to thank you all so much for having joined us, and all of you as well.
This is now the defining event in the country.
Welcome the legend with us.
Our next category is Best Portable Audio Product of the Year.
Let's start off then with the award for the Gadget